G'day guys, this is the first time we're using the mics. We're here at the Sydney 4-wheel drive show at Eastern Creek, so that's on the east coast of Sydney. And this morning we're just going to see a couple of blokes and have a look at our stand. As you see behind me, we're here with the Bush Company and doing the Bush Company tents and being their ambassador for this, even though we do Alu-Cab and Boss Aluminium and so forth. But in saying that, it's going to be a great show. We're going to actually see a couple of cars that I want to really have a look at. One, which is its debut from Earth Cruiser. We're going to see the new 6x6 79 series single cab portaled with central inflation. We're going to try and pop over to Patriot Campers, another well-established brand, and speak to Ryan down there. And also, we'll see where else we can pop up. So I hope you enjoy it. This is our first time using the mics, and hopefully the sound turns out well. And David's behind the camera, again, from DNA 4-wheel drive, taking the videos nice and early. So let's go for a quick wander and a walk. It's quite a big show here. It's one of the best 4-wheel drive shows on the East Coast, and a lot of representation of the huge brands. They all make the big effort to come down this way. As we further go in, you'll see amazing stuff. Over here is the Earth Cruiser stand, and this is a particular car that I want to have a look at. I'm going to speak to Mark. Let's go have a chat with him. Oh, sorry, a little bit of backplay here. Anyway, introducing Mark from Earth Cruiser. He's
Morning.
the actual founder. It's a family business, and he's built something that is quite unique in the market. Actually, it's quite unique worldwide. This vehicle here is a fully Australian built. It's based on a Toyota Land Cruiser 79 series chassis, and what he's done is incredible with that. First of all, the chassis itself is 6x6 extension. They don't make that out of Toyota. In cooperation with that, portals as well as central inflation system. Mark, mate, what have you done? You've created a monster here.
Yeah, it's been at least an 18-month journey. That's just from the build. We started on the 6x6 idea quite some years ago, but it came to a start point probably 18 months ago when a customer rang me and said he wanted another truck. It was his third one. He said he wanted something with a bit more mongrel, and he said, "What about the 6x6 you've been talking about?" And so
the mongrel's coming back out the Australian population.
That's how it started, and I don't know how much mongrel it's got, but it's certainly it'll go through anything. He's been using it for 4 weeks now, and I think he loves it.
Just a little bit of background. I have a big man crush about this guy and his company, and I love these guys to death, and the work they do is fantastic. Just going to the car. We can't. We'll do one day, go down to the factory and have a look at everything and show more detail. We'll go quickly over it. I see down here, Mark. What is this?
So we have hydraulic jacks all around, the 4 of them. It'll pick the whole car up, allows you to either service it.
What the hell were you thinking, mate?
Or change tyres, level the vehicle up.
What GVM is this truck?
So it's tears at 5 tonne, and GVM on this one is 7. We did testing up to 7.5 tonne, and then we discount it just to make sure we're well within a safety factor. But yeah, no, we could have taken it up to well over 8 tonne if we wanted to, but that's giving it 2 tonne worth of payload. So
yes, the payload's good. So that's a dry and wet payload up to.
So wet's about 5, 6. So still got 1,500, well over that for gear.
I like to talk about the camper itself. There's plenty of information. We're going to hook in some links to the actual cruiser itself and how it moves through some terrain, and actually his video will be also linked. I'm going to talk a little bit, not so much about the camper itself.
No, that's fine.
The central inflation system. Now, no car that I know of except for the Unimogs run this central inflation. How did you actually make that happen?
So the way it works...
Did you actually, design also the...
No, but we've had to do quite a bit of modification to make it work. Unfortunately, when we went out to do this, everyone said they can do this. They can do the airbags, or they can do this, or they can do that. No one's ever done it all together. And then actually when you get into it, no one's really done the airbags on a 79 series. Not like this one anyway. There are others that have said they can do it, but when you actually get into it, it doesn't quite work the way they think, or the way we need it to work, which is properly.
Yeah.
So even the airbag system, which has got 6 airbags around the whole thing, had to be really modified quite a lot, right up until the last minute, to get the airbags to function correctly. The CTIS, whilst again, it was the idea was sold to us that they could do it, In practice, it didn't work. And controlling the airbag system, the CTI system was another feat, and we're still working on that now. We've got the manual system working perfectly. However, the automatic system, which works from GPS and speed, so in other words, if you're doing 80 kilometres an hour, it'll pick up the speed and then modify the tyre pressure to suit that if you need it. So we're there. We're nearly there. With that.
So going with that,
yeah.
The amount of R&D that's involved here is huge.
Yeah. We have 5 engineers, and that's all they basically are doing.
You've got to understand, to build something like this is not ordinary. This is very extraordinary.
Yeah.
The wheels themselves, the rims, they're all manufactured also by Earth Cruiser.
Yeah.
The chassis, the diffs.
So the front diff is a DeWitt's on this one.
Yes.
It's giving us a 2-ton front end.
Yes.
We're probably going to move that up to a 2.5 ton with a J-Max possibly.
Yep.
And then the rear is that's from 6x6 Australia. The 2 rear diffs, because he makes the drive through.
They were a competitor to the Australian Land Cruisers before they went to the Mercedes G-Wagons. And unfortunately, they didn't go with the Land Cruiser, they went to the G-Wagon. So this is, again, a very robust system.
It's been around a long while, really well tested. Yeah. And their power divider is arguably the best on the market. Their load sharing axle setup is best. There's nothing else like it.
We're just going to go, let's run to the back, Dave. Let's go have a cramp to the back. This again, Dave, here is something that you can have a look at on the videos that Mark has on his YouTube. And we'll just run to the back, Mark.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bend over, Mark, while you talk. Down here, if you have a look down here, Dave, just zoom in here. I want to talk about this little bit down here. Look what's going on here. It is an amazing piece of...
So just so everyone is up, it is definitely 6 driven wheels. A lot of people ask, is it just 4 driven wheels? No, it's 6, and it's all 100% to all wheels.
Yep.
Using the power divider, we're able to send power to all 6 wheels at the same time. However, when you're driving on the road without any lockers turned on or the power divider engaging, you're actually only driving 1 wheel, so your fuel economy is really good as it can be with a 6-wheel drive 79 series. And then when you can then lock up using the rotary switch on the dash. So we've hooked it all up through the Toyota system. So just click, 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 and all your lockers come in. And then what happens is, even though your rear is locked, it actually won't go until it slips just a small amount. I think it's 35 mil on a drive shaft or half a turn on a wheel. As soon as it turns half a wheel slipping, it'll lock in and start going. So therefore, you're not using any extra driven wheels to use more fuel or anything like that. So it's actually quite economical in that regard.
We're going to try and keep this short because we're going out, because there is a lot to talk about, and eventually we will get down to the factory, Dave and I, and have a look at these in production and show actually what is intensely done. Hopefully we'll get to a stage where we just see the chassis alone.
Yeah. Or there's one down there now with the chassis.
Yeah, and that way you guys can see how well it's done. So, mate, thank you. Thank you for letting us do.
No, that's okay.
You know, this is the first one for me, so I came to first to my mate, and so it will all go good. And let's go and check out the next one.
All right, thanks, mate.
All right. Again, we've just finished off with Earth Cruiser. We're down here with Ryan. He's the senior distributor for Patriot, among other items like Icon Campers. He, like us, with our tents, only do the premium products. The reason we're bothering him, hello Ryan, how are you, mate?
How are you? Morning.
Morning, nice and early in the morning here. 3rd day of the show, everyone wants to go home. For our customers, now these X1s are now getting 10, 11 years old. They're getting retrofitted with the new tents and all that sort of business. We're just going to have a quick look at the new X1s, how they're going to go. And tell us about them. How have you been going with it? Have been good?
Been good, mate. Yeah. So we've got this our Gen 1 X1. So we're just phasing across from the Gen 1 range, which we've had for quite a number of years, and they've, I guess, refined to a new level, which they've now dubbed the Gen 2.
Yes.
So we still do the X1 and the Gen 2, and there's a whole bunch of new features in those.
So when you're looking at this one, this is how they used to come to us the old way. Actually, they had a whole different top on them, and we were using a different mounting system out, say, the Bush Company or the Boss or the Camp King, whatever we were doing at the time. the actual awning still stayed. Remember, this is super low, well below the roof line at a 200.
Yeah.
Heaps low.
Yeah, which is why we've got the scissor arms for the awning, so we can raise that up to get it even someone as tall as me underneath it.
Do you mind if we go have a look at the other ones?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go. Let's go have a look. And this one here, is this the new?
Yeah, so this is the new Gen 2 X3. So it comes with the integrated tent, but basically more or less the same trailer you see there underneath the tent is the same as the new X1N. So then you can mount something like your Bush Company or your Alu-Cabs on top.
Going back to see the generational changes, it's quite a lot. Anyway, I want to show you the side of the tent down this way. So this is doing me out of a job, which is really good. We don't mind this. This is the new integrated system that we've been looking at now for a while. A quick word, tell me about it.
So we've got internal living space inside, so we've got a door that drops down. The boys still haven't unlocked it, but basically the stairs just come down.
We're really early, don't worry about that.
Internal seating area inside, access to the fridge, and then you've got an oversized double bed here on the where it flips over, and then you can see no tent on the ground. So
we're going to put a link up to the Patriot video on this one, and Dave is going to do some photos later on and insert those as well.
Yeah.
So you can see the generation changes between the two we have here now.
Yeah, so
it's
this is
massive,
Gen 1, this is Gen 2.
Massive.
Real sleek, real automotive style finish. We've got rid of all the latches, so we've got actuators to open all of the latches, central locking, electric actuation for the roof and for opening for both models, for the X1 and the X3.
Is there much of a weight difference? Because this was one of the big things about these. A
little bit. So with the extra bits and pieces that are in this, they're slightly heavier, but they also have higher water capacity. They've got a lot more features inside them. So these were really light to begin with.
Yeah, so the real difference is this one is up there and this one you can hide. That is the big difference. So this is a huge leap, I think.
Yeah.
And how's Off-Grid going anyway? All over?
Mate.
How are the
good.
Icon campers?
Good. So we do lifestyle campers, and they've got their Icon and Recon range.
Yes.
So the Icons and the Recons have both been going really well here, lots of inquiry. And then new to us, I suppose, this year is the full-size caravans, which I guess links into what you do as well.
Huge market on the caravan, especially the older people. What happens here in Australia, you have several different types of campers. You have the old people, which we are getting close to, not like this young bloke, and they grab a car and put a tent on the car and have that set up separately, and then they have their camper or whatever they use, and they base that, and then they get in their car and do 2 or 3 days somewhere here, and then come back and put air steer.
So they might go over to WA and then unhook, leave the van at one of the campgrounds, and then go solo mission out to, I don't know, Honeymoon Bay or something like that with just the tent. Gives them the flexibility or the best of both worlds. If they're doing long-term travel, they've got the caravan for the comforts, and then they don't have to tow anything if they don't want.
All the links will be in the description anyway. So thank you again.
No worries, mate.
Thank
it's good to see you as always.
It's always a laugh when we come see each other. There's nothing but abuse, which is the way it should be.
Good bit of banter, which we enjoy. So.
Yes. All right, let's go see the next victim.
Awesome, mate. Good on you.
Action, he says.
That's it.
Did you hear Dave?
Very good.
Anyway, we're here at T.C Boxes and with Josh, the distributor here in New South Wales. I put a lot of tents on these boxes particularly.
Yeah, okay, excellent.
And we, as you know, we do the Alu-Cab and all that sort of business. I used to be a national distributor for them. What we got here is, these are good boxes, don't get me wrong, they're affordable as well, not like some of them. We put a 28mm rail on here and the doors work out well. Just open this up for a second.
Yeah, mate, yep.
And now we're both tall, right?
They're a fully adjustable door as well.
But we're both tall, so what happens is, right, we go right here before we scalp ourselves, and this is now where the awning sits.
Yep.
And we try and bring the actual tent down 28mm from here. Comes right across the here, 800 over.
Yeah, cool.
These are one of the easiest boxes to put tents on.
Oh, that's great feedback, mate. Yeah.
And we've done a heap on this.
Yep.
Again, we're here at the City Show. Where are your distributors at?
So we, TC Boxes, we're company owned. We have 2 stores here in New South Wales. So we have one brand new store in Mayfield West up at Newcastle.
Wow, so you're going up the Hunter.
Yes, yeah. So we're up there and it's been great. The welcoming that we've got in Newcastle Hunter area has been spectacular. Yeah. And our hub store, our major store for New South Wales is just 16 minutes from here at Eastern Creek at Marsden Park.
Yeah. Well, we're also based at Wetherill Park, but look, it's a great product, and the difference is affordability. I see a lot of guys spending a lot of money on their boxes and stuff, which is fine if you can do it. But the whole idea is to spend as little as you can with the best quality.
100%, mate.
And
Yeah.
then- Then get what
And
you want.
that's definitely the move for TC. We want to, continue to keep our price point as close to what it is, but deliver that high quality product that's affordable for everyone to use it, get out there and do what they need and want to do, not only for work but also for that play weekend as well, mate. Yeah.
And how has it been busy? This is one of the best shows around.
It is. I feel that this is probably one of the better ones for New South Wales. A little bit here and there with it being outside the Friday with the rain, but yesterday was awesome. The vibe is great. There's some really good exhibits down here.
It's mad.
It's been great.
It's not just caravans. It's more for the four-wheel
it's
drive
everything.
adventure,
Yeah.
Mate, thank you very much for
Pleasure, man.
taking
Cool.
5 minutes.
Thanks a
Vince.
lot. Awesome.
And
Thank you.
we'll put some links in the description again for T.C Boxes. And I think we've got a video on one of our videos. So
Okay, yeah,
thank you
cool.
again.
No worries, mate. Excellent. Thanks a lot.
Let's go.
See you soon, guys.
Okay, we're finished with the other ones now down here at Gworks, and here with Nick, one of the owners of Gworks. They're based out of Port Macquarie.
Yes, that's correct.
See, I remember everything. The script is hard. Anyway, as you know, we do a lot of tents and fittings of tents and supplying the rather big brands like Bush Company, Alu-Cab, Boss Aluminium. We used to do all the others. We've been featuring a few videos here on the channel with the Gworks canopy. These are one of the canopies that are up and up. So they're in kind of direct competition with Mitz Alloy and Boss and all those, Norworld.
Yep, definitely.
Starting to get a bit of a brand reputation.
Yeah. It's something that we're definitely working very hard on.
The quality of the stuff we've seen so far has been really good, and for the tents to be fitted on. Sorry, there's PA's going on. The tents to fit on these canopy doors and these canopies themselves work really well, and they really lean themselves to putting the top quality brands on. The top rails north and south. Super easy. Have a look at. We'll link the last one. I think we did a 2500 and Hilux. Have a look at that.
Yep.
Tell me a bit about the canopies. Let's open up. This is nice and easy.
Yeah. So
Construction-wise.
Yeah, this is basically this is our run-of-the-mill dual cab kind of setup on the back of this vehicle here. So this is actually around 18 months old. This one.
Yes.
So the benefit about how we build them is we build a platform that the customer, they can do whatever they want to it. You don't necessarily need to buy all your components that go on the inside from us.
Yes.
We try to make the system so it's universal because everything changes over time, your circumstances.
Absolutely.
And everything.
When we first started camping, I had a trailer, a GQ,
Yep.
barbecue from home, esky full of ice, and here we are. Look at this.
Yeah.
And tents and cars and 6-wheel drives and it's just changed so much.
Sky's the limit nowadays. But, there's a few things that we do differently to the other manufacturers on the market. So, one of the key details is our headboard. So it's functional fit. We've gone to the point where when we've designed that, we've actually designed it to house its own water tank. So we get 50 litres into the actual headboard of these
And that's
trays.
a good place to put it in front of the axle. Normally that would be.
Yep.
There's usually nothing in the back here apart from a tyre, but water.
It's in front of the axle and it's purpose built.
Yeah.
So you can get that maximum volume. So, direct competitors in the market, you're looking around that 30 litres. That's the comparison of where you are with the water. It's all modular, so it can be swapped vehicle to vehicle. That's probably the biggest thing that we've worked really, really hard on. So, whether it's a BT50 or it's a Navara.
I'll ask the question. American trucks, they're coming.
Yep.
They're here now.
Yep.
Have you got a good... Oh, well, I know. I've got a 2500 that we did a video on. That was beautiful.
Yep.
Massive. There's going to be a huge change in our market.
There's already a huge shift. So the stats on those ones, I think it was 84% sales up on last year for those manufacturers.
Bush Company developed a tent. It's 1600 wide.
Yes.
Because when you put a 1400 tent on one of those, it looks tiny.
Yep.
And then you obviously put big awnings on it.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it brief.
Yep.
And thank you for letting us out here.
That's all right.
And have a bit of chat. All the links will be in the description for Gworks. So please have a look at those and let's go to the next one. Thanks,
Right.
mate.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you. You ready?
Always ready, mate.
Oh, Aaron, are you ready?
Always ready.
We're ready.
Pumped.
He's pumped. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do like ARB face slapping.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway, We begin. So you've seen a few of the other canopy manufacturers. I'm here with Aaron. He's representing Mitz Alloy because the boss, Tim, is MIA.
Yeah, his helicopter's just run out of petrol.
Oh my God! He had to get his toenails done. That's how it.
He's on his way in, but he's running a bit late.
Yeah, it's boss's hours.
Yeah, that's all right.
Anyway, here on your stand, beautiful-looking stand here at the Eastern Creek.
Thanks, mate.
We do a lot of tents on Mitz Alloy canopies.
You do? Yeah.
Heaps.
Yeah, okay.
Heaps. And we've got heaps on our YouTube as well.
Yep.
Here, just a quick explanation. How we're going to do this. Have a look at the new product out here. What have we got here?
Well, this is our sort of new fleet setup.
Oh,
But
cool.
there's also a bunch of different products in there as well, which are our standard offerings. You know, behind us we've got the
We're
single
going to
table.
just close this down real quick.
Yeah. There we go.
You can do the next
All
one. There's
one-handed operation as well. So
do you see this?
He's
He's gone up in the world. See, instead of
this is a beer, mate.
Oh my God!
There we go.
One-handed
Upright pantry,
operation.
yeah. So nice and easy process.
And modular inside.
Yeah. So
Everything's off the same platform.
It is. So all of our canopies have this Mitz strut in there.
Yes.
Unique to us. Everything's held in by 4 bolts.
Yes.
So you can take everything out here, change it around, customize it to your setup. You know, you might want to go camping one weekend. You got to work during the week. Pull it all out.
No
swap
one
it
wants to go to work, guys.
No. So
The canopies themselves have been around for a fair while, and I've seen them go from very small company now to a bigger facility,
quite large now.
and now moving on. And well, the one big advantage of for the rooftop tent scenario is where the door is hinged and how it is hinged. We can bring the tents quite low.
yeah,
They're
Yeah,
hinged
it's
down the bottom.
all adjustable.
They have a north-south rail on it. It is stupidly wide because they put an M10 bolt in it,
Yep.
which is ridiculous. No one does that. Everyone else does M8s.
We just want to stand out, mate.
Ah.
It'd be difficult.
And just the load bars and the tent goes on. It's super easy. It's one of the easiest ones to fit the tents and awnings to.
Yeah.
Internal if you design it right, guys, it's easy.
Yeah, that's right.
It really is. A bit of forth, but then again, this is much now more of a mature product.
Yeah, there's
than
been
some
a
of
few,
them.
lots of tweaks along the way, all with our R&D team and design team, always tweaking something to make it easier, better.
For those guys who are in America and all that, this is Australian.
Yeah.
Australian.
Australian, 100% Aussie made.
Yes,
Up in
by
Newcastle.
Australians in Newcastle. Thank you very much for having 5 minutes with me.
Yeah, no worries,
it's a
mate.
beautiful thing.
Thank you. Yeah,
and we'll put some links in for Mitz Alloy, and obviously we've got plenty of videos then.
Yep.
Thanks, mate.
Legend.
Have a good show.
Thanks for
Last
stopping in.
day.
Yeah, oh.
How are your
Back
calves?
over day.
How are your
I'll
calves?
be back, yeah. Been stretching up.
Yes. As you
Playing in Europe and-
we're like ARB. We do face slapping in the morning just to get everything going.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, not
Nah.
this morning. I
Coffee.
need another coffee.
Yeah. All right, we're done.
Thanks, Ivan.
Okay. Well, we're here with Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
How are you?
He's what is it? What is your title now with Bush Company?
The guy that does a bit of everything.
So he does everything. So when you have a problem, you ring Ryan, not me, with the Bush Company stuff.
Unless you're in Sydney.
No. He's come down to do the show with us at Eastern Creek from Sunshine Coast, from head office, and he's brought together today the Land Cruiser with the 270 awning and the AX27. What do you think of the show so far, mate?
It's fantastic. The setup we've got here is it's beautiful.
Oh.
The people coming through, it's...
I even dragged old 6x4 out, and that doesn't come out of the shed very often anymore. And we put the canopy on.
Yep.
It's been great. There's been a lot of response for, on a serious note, a lot of response. We've had, the stand has been full all day.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Mate, it's been incredible. And how we get a feedback from our customers as well.
Yep, everyone's happy.
I've been doing this for a very long time with Bush Company, and to see the young fellas hopefully take over one day from me, which would be wonderful. We also have the new Max tent.
Yeah.
For the
and
Americans
a
cars.
lot of people are looking at it.
Mate, I've been to Mitz Alloy in this video, to Gworks, to lots of different T.C Boxes as well.
Yeah.
And they're all retrofitting our stuff on their on their canopies.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you?
Well, it is pretty much one of the top of the range. We do a lot of.
Not pretty much.
Well, see, I've been doing tents a lot, and I support a few of the tent manufacturers, but this is definitely one of the growing brands, and we've had really no problems with as the manufacturing process has gone up.
No, it's all
It's been really
swimmingly.
swimming. It's amazing if you build a product right, it goes really well.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming over. Thanks for helping me out and driving all the way down.
No, thanks for having me.
And there's also another one which we won't put on camera because he's got a head for radio.
Okay.
Dave, appreciate Dave for coming down and doing the work. It's been hard on our feet.
Yeah, he's a good man. He's for a young fella, he's done well.
All right. Hopefully you enjoyed the video so far. Got to see some of the stuff. David again from DNA 4-Wheel Drive is doing the video and video editing. Hopefully get some good drone shots. It's not that windy today.
Yeah.
And thanks for hanging around with us, and go camping and enjoy. Cheers
Cheers,
brother.
guys.
Here.